There it is. There it is. There it is. Frank West in the building. Theo Gutham. What's up, champ? I huff and I puff and I blow your house down. Little Red Riding Hood was being stalked and tricked by who? Basically, what I'm trying to say is, like my boy Frank West says, somebody could be possibly selling the Wolf tickets. Buy one, get three free. Because when you buy these tickets, there's no event. You pay, you show up, there's nothing. Guys, welcome to the show. This is your boy T that was blazing the sports. Yes, of course, I am back at it. Like a crack addict, giving you boxing geekers every bit of this work. Let's work. I told you I'd be back. They had your boy T-Dub busy. I've been on family duty. Right now, it is time to grind. I got one drink in this hand. You already know when I'm in what's in this hand. Yeah, buddy. It got the blaze lit. And this is my tea, right? So when I light the blaze up, I gotta cool it off. I gotta kind of rub right there a little bit. What's up, man? Happy weekend. What's up, all my people? Low key. What's up, champ? What's up to you? Let's talk about it. Listen, we are here to work, man. We are here to work. We got to talk about Manny Pacquiao, Ryan Garcia, guys, Earl Spence. Listen, what Charlotte Webb weave. They have Webb. Guys, we have to talk about it. Let's get into it. Come on in, man. Come on, listen. Come on in. Mikasa, Sukasa, chill, relax, kick your feet off. The only thing I ask is don't go, what's his name? Rick James on my couch. Don't do that. Oh, yo, couch. Oh, yo, couch. Darknesses. Just don't do that in my house. We can cook, we can cook, we gonna get it in. Pacquiao, listen, living legend. Still banging, but he is in a sticky situation to where he might have got the worst end of the deal. Leo Davidson, what's up, champ? You already know, man. I'm in there flexing on him, champ. Let's get it. Told you, listen, man, they didn't believe me. Sunday night, we are here tonight. The show is on. We are live. We are here. We are doing it. Matter of fact, T-Dub is making it do what it do. Better yet, what it does. While it's still sizzling. Guys. Ethan Nelly, what's up, champ? Nell, what's up, man? The security. What's cracking with you, champ? Let's get it. We gotta cook, champ. We gotta cook. Listen, right now, I got it on the back eye. Simmering, right? And then we're gonna move it from the back eye and put it boiling. And listen, we trying to get it boiled over the pot. You know how you got some water in there and it's boiling, the lid's boiling, all of a sudden it's spilling out. We are about to get it. Guess what? My new waterproof case came from my GoPro, but guess what? Can't find my GoPro. Not good for me. Here. Let's get into it. All right, guys. Let me make sure I got this straight. Ryan Garcia comes back from a knockdown and he beats Luke Campbell. Then proceeded after to so many words shoo off Devin Haney because he's not a big enough fight, even though Haney has the master title to what he has. But he said, I'm not fighting Haney because I'm going to fight Gervonta Davis. That's a bigger fight. More money, maybe more risk. Gervonta going all on hot boxing for Mike Tyson, calling out Gervonta Davis, right? Tank Davis, right? He want the tank. Gas money is an ornament, better yet a navy. If you ever play aiming for you, it engraving. And then, after huffing and puffing and huffing and puffing and huffing and puffing, huffing and puffing, lock and loaded and close it. I'm not excited. Hollow the Don. He, out of nowhere, says, I have to put, as much as I don't want to, I have to put Gervonta Tank Davis to the side right now because I have something bigger. A fight with Manny Pacquiao, right? Ooh-wee! 135 pounder taking on a 147 pounder super welterweight champion. But then all this news started hitting, right? All this news started hitting that it's an exhibition. T-Dub had to go live, right? Even if I was just freshly buried 6 feet deep, I had to go live just to give you guys my thoughts on this. Wait a minute, hold up. 2 active fighters that are not retired, either champion or some form of a contender or holding some type of belt, and you guys agreeing to do an exhibition bout, and some people had the nerves to actually like this. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to get wrong. If loving you is wrong, well, look, this is not love in this case. Listen, guys, don't get me wrong. If a retired fighter, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, Evander Holyfield, Lennox Lewis, if these guys are talking about doing something like that, I get it. I get it. But you're talking about active champions, active fighters, active contenders who's doing an exhibition bout saying if I lose, it doesn't hurt my record? Jose Flores in the building. What is shaking, champ? Let's get it. That's my boy in the building, man. So, after we heard Ryan Garcia is taking on Manny Pacquiao in an exhibition bout, right? Oh, hold up. Oh, I heard that. My boy in the building. Listen, man, I gotta throw him on there, man. Jose Flores is he's not an official join the channel, but in my eyes, this guy is 100% official member. He comes through and make it rain. My boy Jose Flores coming through. Listen, man, we gotta cook now, man. We gotta cook. My boy Jose came in and he was like that old song. Y'all remember that old song? I got 5 on it. I got 5 on what you need, right? Something like that, right? So let's do this, right? Let's do this. Let's do that. Bam, right? So let's get it cooking. Brenan Smith, is this going to be a real fight? Listen, Brenan. He said, support the channel, man. Listen, bro, I really appreciate it, man. I was a one-man army. I'm a one-man army when it comes to doing videos, but you guys are my family, and I appreciate it. So let's cook. And then if you guys want to come in, you ever feel like throwing a quarter at your boy, I prefer the Cash App if you want to, or you can super chat. It's up to you, or you can join the channel. It is what it is. But let's get to it. Let's get to it, right? So, in case some of you guys don't know, let me break this news to you. In case some of you guys do know, let me give you my thoughts on it. Ryan Garcia not fighting Devin Haney because Gervonta Tank Davis is a bigger fight. Then all of a sudden he dumped Gervonta Tank Davis to fight Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao is a bigger fight. The WBA, when they heard about Manny Pacquiao was going to fight Conor McGregor, I believe they warned him, like, listen, you need to fight somebody in our top 10 rankings. Can't be fighting no Conor McGregors, right? Floyd Mayweather did it. He he didn't hold a belt, right? They made up a WBC Ultimate Super Aqua belt. They made up something for him, right? Uh, uh, you know, D Generation X belt they made up for Floyd. I don't know, man. I don't know. Can you smell belt for the Floyd? So they warned him about that. Conor McGregor lost. So the boxing match was no longer sellable. The fight was off the table. Now Pacquiao still has Ryan Garcia. The WBA is like, listen, we're going to strip you from, we're going to make you a champion in recess. We're taking your belt from you. If you want it, you can fight for it back. But we're taking it from you for the time being. So they stripped him down to the belt bottoms, right? They had him covering his private parts. They took his belt off of him, didn't even leave him no suspenders, and gave his Super WBA champion, his WBA belt, to the regular champion, Ugas. So Ugas is now the Super WBA champion, who is in talks now of fighting Errol Spence Jr. So now Manny Pacquiao left it all out there. No Conor McGregor, no Super WBA title, just him fighting Ryan Garcia. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what? I believe the Golden Boy himself, Oscar, said there is no more fight. The discussions about Ryan Garcia fighting Manny Pacquiao. Now, Ryan Garcia is moving on, talking about now possibly fighting Fimo Lopez or somebody else, right? So Ryan's going to move on and fight somebody else. And Pacquiao is now out in the cold with 38 waist pants on, and he wears 28 waist, and he don't have a belt to support himself. Ryan Garcia, listen, man, I don't know, bro. He huffed, he puffed, he woofed. He said, I think it was a money belt or something. It was something like that. What's up, champ? Said, F Manny versus Ryan, not interested. Glad it's off. It's not even happening now, bro. It's not even happening. Ryan Garcia, think about the timing of this, right? So, Manny Pacquiao loses his belt. And then, first of all, it was an exhibition bout between Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. Then Ryan Garcia went live and said, no, it's not an exhibition bout. It's a real fight. It's a real fight. It's a real fight, right? Because the people, including myself, are like, what are two active fighters who's holding some form of a belt agreeing to an exhibition bout? And you're going to charge us for this? You're going to charge us pay-per-view to watch you guys fight to a meaningless draw because an exhibition bout you're really not supposed to have a winner? Let me stir my tea and let that sink in. Jose Flores says, raw end of the stick. Listen. All right, I thought it was the wrong end. Check this out. So, Ryan Garcia. You know what? Guys, let's take a peek. Let's do this. Hold on. Let me check some. All right. Y'all want to dive into it? I don't know what we're going to see, but let's dive in. All right? Let's dive in, right? So, this is our, I believe, Ryan Garcia verified Instagram, right? Let's see what we got. Ryan Garcia Tank legacy will be tainted if he never fights me. Davis has to be put aside for Pacquiao. So this is something back on January 29th where Ryan Garcia Tank's legacy will be tainted if he never fights me. That's what Ryan said. Tank Davis' legacy will be tainted if he never fights him. So he said, I'm putting Davis to the side to fight Pacquiao. So if Pacquiao goes out there and cream puffs your ass, David still has to fight you? Okay. Don't make sense, but I guess you're selling it. Look at that. Pushing the Manny Pacquiao fight. Look at they pushing the Manny Pacquiao. Let me go bigger for you guys. Let's go bigger. Let's go bigger for you guys. Let's go bigger. Let's go bigger. Let's go bigger. Look at this. Look at they pushing it, right? Here it is. Oh, listen, hey, let's check this out. Let's listen in. Hold on. You guys can't hear. Hold up. Let me make sure you can hear that. All right. Listen in. This one, everybody was saying that it was going to be exhibition.
12 rounds, all on the line.
Hold up.
Hey everybody, just want to make it real clear. My fight with Pacquiao would not be an exhibition. It will be a real fight, shooting for 12 rounds, all on the line. Our record's on the line. Just want to make that very clear for everybody with confusion. Let's go. Hey everybody.
You guys hear that? You send in the link, bro. I don't have it set up today to bring in live people, but if you wanted to call, hold up, champ, I can set it up for a call. Let's do that. All right, if you want to call, set up for that, champ. We set up for that. All right, here we go. Listen to him. When was this anyway? This was yesterday, right? Think about it. Yesterday, right? When it was announced by Golden Boy that there was not even a fight. Ryan Garcia was still out here huffing and puffing to sell these tickets to guys. When you talking about when keeping it relevant, jeez.
Everybody, just want to make it real clear. My fight with Pacquiao would not be an exhibition. It will be a real fight, shooting for 12 rounds, all on the line. Our record's on the line. Just want to make that very clear for everybody with confusion. Let's go.
All right. So, you know what? I need to find the one with Golden Boy. I'm pretty sure. Hold up. Let's do this. Cancel. Let's see. Let's see what you got for me. Ryan Garcia fight would not be Ryan Garcia. I don't know who. Oh no, okay, that ain't it. That ain't what I want. Let's do this. I was trying to find something more official. I don't want to watch anybody else's videos. You know how people are. They want to get you for copyright strikes. So, let's just get into it, right? Let's just get. Let's Instagram. Check them out. Okay. I mean, I just don't get Manny Pacquiao, guys. Manny Pacquiao could have fought Mikey Garcia. As a matter of fact, some people didn't know if he was going to fight Mikey Garcia or Danny Garcia. Out of all the Garcias he could have faced, Mikey, Danny, he wants to face Ryan, the 135-pounder, and Ryan Garcia. What it looks like to me, he played Manny Pacquiao. It looks like he played Manny Pacquiao. Because now, see, I don't know if it was supposed to be real. I don't know, right? I don't know. It's so confusing to think, right? Because this fight was originally scheduled to be an exhibition. You just heard from Ryan's own mouth that it's not an exhibition. There are records on the line, the titles on the line, which he don't really have a real title. Why would Manny Pacquiao want to fight for 135? What does he got? A mandatory linear title? Not linear, he ain't a linear title. What is it he got? It doesn't matter. He has the I want to be the real champion title, but it's not the real champion title. So maybe they did, maybe they were, after all the backlash, maybe they actually were trying to make it a real fight. And maybe Ryan was looking at it like, listen, if I'm a 135 pounder, if I some kind of way can beat Manny Pacquiao, you telling me I can be a welterweight champion, and even if I lose, it's still one of the best paydays of my career. We can sell it as a great young Mexican warrior taking on a living legend, Manny Pacquiao. But as soon as Manny Pacquiao got stripped down to his bare minimums, they took his belt. They only left him with his trunks and his gloves. And now Manny Pacquiao, if he wants to get that title back, he will have to fight Ugas. And I don't know if, assuming Ugas can't make a deal with Earl Spence Jr., and the WBA don't be like, listen, man, I know he's a champion in recess, but this is a unification of 3 titles, and it's going to be pay-per-view. And he can still fight the winner of that. Let me fight Earl. Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. But listen, I got to say this about Manny Pacquiao. Even though he let a young kid finesse him, Manny Pacquiao got finessed by Ryan Garcia. Beautiful stranger in the building. What it does, Ryan would get busted up. Why Pac-Man got stripped. I'll talk about it again. Manny Pacquiao was told by the WBA that, listen, you haven't fought since Keith Thurman. You need to fight someone in the top 10. They didn't even say you got to fight a mandatory. You need to fight someone. And matter of fact, let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see who would have been their top 10. Who would have been their choices, right, at welterweight? Because I don't know. I know it's probably going to change now. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go, right? It looks like he could have fought Ugas. Virgil Ortiz, well, who's now Virgil probably up there anyway. He could have fought a Jamal James, a Gabriel, Rod Zepp, Mikey Garcia again. He could have fought. I didn't know Mike was ranked number 4. He could have fought Mikey. He could have fought some David guy, Abel, Jesse Vargas. He could have fought. Matter of fact, he already beat Jesse. He could have fought Jesse Vargas again and beat Jesse Vargas. Assuming. Alberto. He could have fought any one of the guys. But Manny Pacquiao was trying to fight Conor McGregor. He was trying to fight Conor McGregor. The WBA did not approve of it. After they didn't approve of it, he was going to fight Ryan Garcia in an exhibition bout that then somehow turned into a professional bout. And then the WBA stripped him because he didn't defend his title. Listen, he didn't even have a fight set up. See, that's the reason they're like, listen, we have to have a name. Here are 10 possible people you can fight. Probably even 11 or 12 because a couple of these guys got titles that you can possibly fight. Pick one. We will be okay with it. But stop trying to fight these Conor McGregors. Conor loses, lost that opportunity. WBA strips Manny Pacquiao, and it's crazy. It seemed like almost as soon as they stripped him of his title, Golden Boy got word, like, say word? Well, if it's not for his title, then we out of it. Then it looks like now Golden Boy is backing out of it. So now you got Manny Pacquiao with no opponent, no title. And he does not have his options to fight anyone in the top 10 to get the title. He has to fight the person who actually has the title to get the title. Or go and fight, if he wants another title, Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford. That's not, listen, man, if I was Manny, listen, my thing was, if I was Manny, I get you trying to make the Conor McGregor money. Okay, I get that. Because it would not be fans, a lot of fans wouldn't like it, but I get it. You're trying to make a little bit of money. Matter of fact, you're trying to make a lot of money. You saw Floyd Mayweather make bukus of money, and they did bukus, millions of pay-per-view buys, and now you want some of that money. I get it, Manny. I get it. But the Ryan Garcia, I don't get. I'm being honest. I'm confused. I'm still scratching my head on who even thought that. Who even thought about that? Ryan Garcia, to be honest, he has not accomplished anything at 135 to be the guy. He's not even a guy at 135. He's not even a guy. His toughest test was Luke Campbell. Yes, he beat him. He got dropped. He don't even want to fight for the real title. And I'm a guy that I have, until the Manny Pacquiao situation, I have never said anything negative about Ryan Garcia. I said, listen, I like Ryan. He's a young champion. He's in fight. I don't care if people think he's a pretty boy. He does a sport that to be honest, is not made for people who want to be pretty boys. You're going to get punched. So I respect him for that. He just want to fight Conor because of money. Then he would donate the money to affected people in COVID, he say. Listen. That's all cool and dandy. It's all cool and dandy. But he could do that if he wasn't. Floyd Mayweather can do that because he's not an active fighter. And Manny Pacquiao could possibly do it if he wasn't told by the WBA, you have to fight someone in the top 10. And if he would have just done what they said, went and fought this Cody Crawley, he could have went and fought Cody Crawley, right? Could have fought this guy right here. And, no, I'm sorry, that's Conor Benn. Could have fought this guy right here or any one of these guys. He could have fought any one of these guys. And then after he get a win, and then he probably could have told the WBA, like, listen, because Conor just fought. He could have fought this guy right here and then set something up. But no. To me, honestly, it's like he's looking for a gimmick fight. I could possibly buy the Conor McGregor fight for the COVID. But when that didn't fall through, why are you trying to fight Ryan Garcia for an exhibition bout? But you want the people to pay for it. Ryan Garcia is finessing him. Ryan Garcia is introducing Manny Pacquiao to finessing. He's teaching him the meaning of capping. Ryan Garcia, to me, he has been using certain fighters to get you hyped, but he don't intend on fighting them guys. He didn't want to fight Devin Haney because Tank Davis on the table. He didn't want to fight Tank Davis because Manny Pacquiao's on the table. Now he don't want to fight Manny Pacquiao because he can probably fight Teofimo Lopez. Get out of here! If that fight's still on, Pacquiao will KO Garcia. Nah. According to, I think, Oscar De La Hoya, he said it was off. I think he did. Let's see. See, I haven't looked this up. Let me see. See, I want to find it. I saw the post earlier. I saw it. But now I don't know how I found it. I don't know how I found it. Let me do this. Let's try this. Let's try this. I was looking forward to watching that Notorious. We tried buying it 6 different times to no avail. Guys, I gotta say this too, man. You guys, if you're with me, I watched the Conor McGregor fight. I shit you not. When I was trying to buy that fight, it's like the app was shutting down. So much garbage. I'm like, what is going on, right? It took me about 10, 11 tries to finally get in. And once I get in, like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it. Well, let's see. Damn it. Can't find what I'm looking for. Somebody calling me? I don't think so. But listen, guys, if you want to chime in on this, listen, you know the number, guys. The number's right here. Call the number 314-884-1013. You know it's me. Call in, guys. Treat me like Cleo. Call me now. Let's talk about it. What do you think about this? Who got the short end of the stick? Did Ryan get the short end of the stick? Because he is no longer. It seemed like Golden Boy has canceled the fight. Now Manny Pacquiao, think about this. He worked so hard to beat Keith Thurman. And he beat Keith Thurman. He dropped Keith Thurman. He battled back and forth with Keith Thurman. Manny Pacquiao still has gas in the tank. This was not a bad Keith Thurman. I'm not saying it's the best I've ever seen, but I'll be honest, that was a good Keith Thurman. That was a Keith Thurman that fought Manny Pacquiao that did not want to lose his title. And Manny Pacquiao beat that Keith Thurman to get that Super WBA champ, to gain the respect and have all the boxing blogs and sports media blogs talking about him. And now, simply by not defending that title, they stripped it from him. They pulled it away from him like wallpaper. You know. Shout out to my boy Jose Flores in the building again. Shout out to my boy Jose Flores. Smash the like button. Let's get it. It happened to a lot of people. So, Manny Pacquiao lost his title. The regular WBA champion, Ugas, is now been promoted to the Super WBA champion. And now him and us, like, matter of fact, I'm going to go back to the lab. I'm going to go back. Y'all want to go back to the lab? Let's go back to the lab. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Let's go back to the lab. Let's do this. Let's go back to the lap. So now, Earl Spence Jr., there he is. There he is. Okay, well, hold on. See, I haven't went here since I know he said this one right here, all you needed was something I wanted. So, let's see. Quick way not to get a fight done is to negotiate in public. Everyone has an opinion but don't have the facts. We working the op is sleep. Okay. I hear you, Leonard. Retweeted by Earl Spence. Okay. So now let's click on this. Let's click on this. Let's click on this, right? So when Ugas got it, right? Earl Spence like, all you needed was something I wanted. The shaking hands. Hashtag strap season. Ugas like, listen, Ugas like this, man. I have it. We are going to do it for 3 on the line championship. Let's give the fans a great fight. I'm ready. Blazing blazing, blazing, what's blazing? Fire emojis. Guys, listen, man. This could be a pretty good fight, man. What do you think? Listen, where does this leave Manny Pacquiao? Where does this leave Manny Pacquiao? Ugas, listen, man. Now let me ask you a question. If let's assume that Manny Pacquiao, after he realized that Ryan Garcia was huffing and puffing, like Frank West said, shout out to Frank West, selling wolf tickets, Manny Pacquiao bought about 100,000 wolf tickets from Ryan Garcia, showed up to the venue where he said a concert was going to be at, and there's nobody's performing. The venue hasn't been open since 1998. So now, can Manny Pacquiao be like, listen, all right, I want to fight Ugas for my title. And what if Ugas tell the WBA, I know he's a champion in recess, but if I unify with Earl Spence Jr., can it at least trump that? And let's say they say yes. What should Ugas do? Should he fight Manny Pacquiao and give Manny Pacquiao a shot of his title? And I gotta be honest, even with no title, they would sell this fight. And still, I think it'll do okay pay-per-view. I still believe Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas would do about maybe 300K. Maybe 325. Something like that, I'm guessing, right? So should he fight Manny Pacquiao? And they're going to sell it. Manny Pacquiao, after the age of 41 years old, beating Keith Thurman, giving one time his only loss of his career, was wrongfully stripped by the WBA and given to Ugas. Manny Pacquiao is now challenged the new champion. The new champion realizing they have wronged the 41-year-old, 42-year-old Manny Pacquiao and decided to give him a shot. But just to be rectified, or will Ugas keep the title in Battle 1? Buy it now, pay-per-view. $89, $99 for high definition. Something stupid, I don't know. Should he take that fight and give Manny Pacquiao his shot to get it back? Or, if granted, should he fight Earl Spence Jr. for 3 titles on the line? After Manny Pacquiao has failed to choose and to fight anyone in the top 10, the WBA was forced to strip the Filipino champion, the Warrior, and give the belt to Ugas. Now Ugas is having a chance to fight Earl Spence Jr., who has been hotter than fish grease, who has been hotter than the summer streets in a summer. I don't know, man. I'm trying to get it on the fly. I'm trying to get it. So Ugas versus Earl Spence for 3 titles on the line. Buy it now. $89.99 or high definition $99.99. Listen, man. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Beautiful Stranger says Ugas versus Spence. Neil, the security, says it happened to a lot of people. Okay. In the building. My girl, where you been at? La La D said salute was blazing. Salute to you. La La D, listen, man. Your boy been tripping. I've been tripping and falling. Right? So, back in August, right, I was training for a flag football game. Looking back at traffic, jogging forward, stepped in a pothole, fractured each side of my ankle, and sprained every major minor ligament, right? Instantly, right? Teed up, like my ankle, as crazy as it sounds, it still has not healed. I've been to the doctor several times. He told me to put the art stuff. He wanted to give me shots. He gave me all kind of medicine, all kind of drugs. And it still is not gone. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to run again. It's crazy. But I'm telling you right now, like, even when I do videos, I'm like, damn, man, my face is getting so fat, right? You know, like, I don't like it, man. I gotta get, you know, I gotta do better. But you know what? Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Shout out to my girl Lala D in the building. Let's get it. T-Dub, you know what's up. What's back at it like a crack at it, giving you bunks and geekers this work. So here, guys. So yesterday, I'm going to give you guys one today. I gave you guys a true T-Dub. I'm going to call it a true T-Dub blazing story, right? And it typically happened when I was going out back in my younger days of when I was around 21, 22, 23. Don't get me wrong, I'm only 24 now. Plus some. So I told you guys yesterday in the club, fatal attraction with this girl I danced a song with. How when I started dancing with somebody else, she went to punching me in the club, asking me for smokes, right? So now, my boy Tavares, I should have called him, my boy Tavares. So much stuff was always happening to me. Always happening to me, right? I mean, I don't know what it is. Maybe I just have that look, right? I mean, going to this same club, and there was always, I considered a mama and a grandmama in there, right? Basically, it was a mama and a... See, when I'm grown, I don't look at people my age as mamas. Even though they can't be moms, I look at somebody who can damn near be almost twice my age, like my mom, right? So there's always a mom and her mom's there. So it looked like a mom and a grandma. And they had to be like in the, I don't know, 40s and maybe 60, right? And I remember, right, the mom, right, she had been, I was about maybe 22, the mom was about 40 something. At least she looked 40 something. She could be older than that. It looked like time was whooping her ass. I don't know. But I remember she was trying to dance on me, right? And I didn't want to kill my vibe. And I'm telling you, man, like cougars are real. I remember she tried to get in front of me, right? And I remember she looked back to me. And I got to be honest, right? This was like, it was probably the biggest turn off of my life. She looked back at me and she told me, she said, "I'm 9 inches deep from the back." I'm like, why the hell I want to know that, right? Why do I want to know that? And right, and let's assume, right? So, what if T-Dub, let's say if she was 9 inches deep from the back. We don't go too deep in this. Let's say T-Dub was only 8 inches. I'm like, but either way, you get what I'm saying, right? So that ain't even the story I want to tell you guys, right? So check this out, right? My boy T always laughed at me. Things always happen to me, right? So one day, we went to this bar, and it was college night, right? Like I said, I'm around like 22 years old. It's college night, I'm up there, and I'm just being honest. It was a very unattractive, she's a very unattractive lady, and she had overalls on, right? Listen, man, whenever you go out to the bar and somebody got on overalls, that mean they know, like, shit, you either take me how I am or not, right? So I've been walking in, right? This is not me now, but back then, I used to tell my boy, like, "Oh, bro, that's you right there, bro." Because, she wasn't that attractive, right? So I'm like, "Oh, bro, that's you, right?" And I remember, we was over there chilling, right? And she ended up looking my way, right? And she looked my way. I said, "Shh." I pointed at my boy like, "Shh, get him, right?" I look back at my boy, and I'm talking to him, right? He got a Miller Lite in his hand, right? And I got a Bud Light in my hand. So I'm from St. Louis. He's from Milwaukee, right? Miller, Bud Light. And I'm calling his stuff piss water. You know what? Fast forward past that. So she come over, right, in her look like stonewashed blue overalls on with one strap on. And she go up to my boy, right? He like 6'6". He says, she actually said, "Hey, would you want to dance with me?" And he said, "No, not right now, but thank you," right? He was very polite, right? So she walked off to the bar. His back is facing the bar. I'm facing the bar. He's talking to me. I'm holding. You know when you're in the bar, right? I don't know what it is, right? You just kind of hold your beer right here, So I'm holding my Bud Light, and I see her walk over to these two guys. She's talking to these two guys, and then she's pointing at him with the two guys, right? So this is the kicker. They, both of them, walk up to my boy. So at this point, I'm standing there, right? I don't know what's about to kick off. And then they say, hey, man. She said she asked you to dance with him, man. Go ahead and dance with him, man. So I literally started laughing, right? Damn, they're choking on my Bud Light. I'm like, hold on. Did she really go over there and get some dudes to come back over and make a man dance with her? So at that point, I swear to God, I backed all the way back. You have to let the guys know what we're going to do now, right? I'm standing back there laughing, right? And my boy, like, listen, no. Listen, I don't feel like dancing. Listen, there's a lot of guys in here. Go dance with them. I don't feel like dancing. The dudes are telling her, like, man, come on, dance with her, man. She's a pretty girl. Go with you want to dance with her, man. Come on, man. It might be your night. Like, so I'm over there rolling, right? And they finally end up leaving, right? He's like, listen, I don't want to dance. I just don't want to dance, right? You know, he gets panicking and shit. And they end up walking away, and she was like, it's your loss, and she patted her butt, like, almost like you could have had that. And I'm over there, right? I'm roasting him the entire night, right, about this. So, like I said, man, that was what, like I said, like, when I was growing up, not growing up, but some years ago, I don't know why, but things used to happen to me. It happened to him a few times, not as much as it happened to me. But that was a story that if I call him, hey, oh, this reminds me of one. Maybe I'll tell you guys this one another time. You know, I'll tell you a little bit, and I'm going to get back to boxing. I'm going to tell you a little bit, right? A little bit. Jeez, I got to remember this. So, during that same time frame, right? It was a Wizard of Bar. And it was a dude, he was shooting pool. I'm forgetting how it go. I'm going to have to think about it after this. His name was Cinnamon, right? And he comes up to my boy at the bar, right? And he said, he writes his number down on a paper. And I'm forgetting it. And he takes his number and he slides it over to my boy, right? My boy picked this up like, what's this? What am I gonna do with this? And Cinnamon, the guy was like, use it. He said, I don't want this. The dude said, well, can I have it back then? And my boy slid the number back to him. And the guy Cinnamon grabbed the number and turned and slid it to the next guy to the left of him. So he got in the middle, right? Oh man. Oh, I wish I was talking to T right now. I remember this. And my boy Tavares right here. The dude named Cinnamon's right here. And there's another random dude right here kind of looking this way talking to somebody. He came up, slid his number to my boy. My boy, like, what am I going to do with this? No, bro, no. I don't want this. I ain't that way. Dude said, can I have it back? My boy slid the number back to him. Then the dude Cinnamon said, thank you, grabbed the number, and slid it to the other guy and tapped on his shoulder. Bruh. Listen, man. I'm telling you, man. These are some true what's blazing lifetime stories, man. What's blazing? He said, with your own self, like the gay dude on Martin. Oh, listen, it was killing me, man. One day I'm gonna have to call Tavares, right? And because I'm not sure how he is alive, but we talk about this a lot. Like Tavares right now, he lives in Colorado. He's one of my best friends, like a brother to me. And now I'm in St. Louis. At this point, we were actually staying in a different state at the same time. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna save. One day, I'm gonna tell you guys how me and Tavares became friends. I'm gonna tell you about it, and you would not believe how we became friends. I'm gonna say that for another time. All right, so let's get to it. Guys. Listen, smash the like button. I appreciate it. Shout out to my girl. La D in the building, always coming through showing love with your boy T-Dub. I appreciate it. Hitting that cash out, making it slippity slap. And then shout again to my boy Jose Flores in the building. Listen, guys, Cash App Worry, you know how it is, guys. YouTube takes 30%. I appreciate the cash out because YouTube can't get their hands in those pockets. All right, so let's get back to boxing. Johnny, okay. Let's get back to boxing. Manny Pacquiao. Bro, he made some bad plannings. He made some bad plans. Someone said in the chat, what's up, Alex? Fed peaches for days. Why didn't them boys dance with her? I don't know. They might have been a brother. I don't know. I have no idea. Please tell me she didn't pat her ass. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Listen, man. Jeez. Man, true. Oh, my. Like I said, man, I'm going to start. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys a little of this tea. Remember, join my fishing channel, guys. My fishing channel is Fishing for the Kitchen. It's not going to be boxing. It's going to be 100% fishing. But if you want to know T-Dub and get to hear me talk about that and do, give y'all my, my little talks, please join the fishing channel. All right, let's get to it. Manny should fight Ugas. At this point, honestly, at this point, if I was Manny, I wouldn't fight Ugas. I would go straight at Errol Spence Jr. Because fighting Ugas is a dangerous fight. And it's only for the title you got stripped from. And fighting Errol Spence Jr., you'll be a unified champion. And it's guaranteed a big pay-per-view. It's guaranteed. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Manny stands a better chance of beating Ugas. Don't get me wrong. I think he does. Ugas is a big guy. But hell, man, if you're out with the title and you're going to take a risk fighting somebody, you might as well fight Errol Spence Jr. You might as well. Listen, even though Manny Pacquiao does not have a title, it does not mean he's obsolete. He's not irrelevant. His name still carries value. He just don't have a title he had. See, the thing is now, Manny Pacquiao has put himself in a tough position. Because when he had the belt, he could have picked anyone in the top 10. He could have fought Mikey Garcia and sold it as a pay-per-view. I didn't find your fishing channel. Hold on. There we go. Fishing for the kitchen. All right. God, what's the next biggest fight coming up? What's the next biggest fight? So far, I gave out 2 shirts, right? One I gave for super chats and people that was moderators. The second one I did for members only. I'm thinking about doing a third one, but I want it to be for a pretty big fight. And basically what I do is I take a shirt that I make to order, and it's handmade. So it might be crooked. I don't know. I have no idea how this came out like this. Sometimes they come out lopsided. I don't know. I might do it for if you are a member. You're automatically in the drawing to get it. And if you super chat, I don't know. I got to think about it. But guys, you know what? We rocked out for an hour, guys. Let's go and do a summary of this. Let's get into it. Listen, Manny Pacquiao let Ryan Garcia fish him on. I believe after the Conor McGregor fight was over, Manny Pacquiao did not want to fight no one in the top 10. He wanted to fight a big fight that he feel wasn't for really big risk. So he wanted to fight, what's his name, Ryan Garcia. Because Ryan Garcia, the young champion, has a big following, and he hoping it was transition into dollars. It was a money fight. Soon as he lost his WBA title, now out of nowhere, they are saying that the fight is off. There is no fight between Ryan Garcia and Manny Pacquiao. Now Ryan Garcia, who played Devin Haney for Gervonta Davis, played Gervonta Davis for Manny Pacquiao. Now looks like, because Manny Pacquiao lost his title, is now playing Manny Pacquiao for God knows who else. He just got finesse. But even though he got finesse, he lost his title. Manny Pacquiao's name still carries vital. I mean, it still carry a weight. His name carries weight. He can still fight people and be a big fight. Crazy as it sounds, simply because he's Manny Pacquiao. I promise you, watch this. I promise you, if he decides to fight Mikey Garcia, I promise you, a belt will be made up. It might be the WBC Ziploc International belt. There's going to be a belt on the line. Even though it's not going to be a well-respected belt that can be used in a unification fight, there's going to be a belt. But if Manny Pacquiao really wants to be looked at as a real threat, a real champion, because if he fights people right now and gets some toilet tissue, Sherman, two-ply type of belt, people are going to look at it. He's only trying to milk the boxing. He's not trying to compete. He's only trying to fight, stay active, just to fight big fights he feels he's going to win. But if he really wants to be in the mix, he has to fight Ugas. He has to fight Earl Spence Jr. or he needs to fight Terrence Crawford. I don't think he's going to fight Terrence Crawford, which means, as it's stated in the chat, he needs to either fight Ugas, which honestly I believe it is. It is a more winnable fight than Earl. I think Earl has a lot of tools, but could he go big and go home? Fight Earl Spence Jr. Be in a mega fight. Be in a mega fight. The past versus the present. My boys, Nell, the security says, I just subscribed to the other channel. Thank you, thank you. There are too many with that same name. For real? For real? Let me check. For real? Let me see. Kitchen. You know, well, I think there are some people that have used something similar in their title, but not the actual channel. Because when I type in, remember, fishing for the kitchen, I get somebody named Zavinger, Fishing the Kitchen, Fishing in the Kitchen, Tampa Bay. You think Pac knew he was going to beat Keith? I like 100% knew. No. But he knew he was vulnerable. The reason I think Manny Pacquiao fought Keith Thurman, because when Keith Thurman came back from his 2-year hiatus, Keith Thurman fought Jose Cito Lopez. And Jose Cito Lopez damn near pushed Keith Thurman to the brinks. Like, it was a point where Jose had him on a run. And many people thought if Pacquiao fought that version of Keith Thurman that night, that he would have beat Keith Thurman. And I really believe that that was the deciding factor for Manny Pacquiao choosing Keith Thurman, because how Keith Thurman looked against Jose Cito Lopez, and he had just come off a 2-year layoff. Said, wow, I don't get yours. That's crazy. But all right, guys, listen, let's go ahead and give it up. Your boy T-Dub. I got to go ahead and tuck in my little tight. This is my last night with the champ. He's going back to his mom for the week. You know me, I got for my oldest Adonis. I got week on, week off custody. Shout out to Little Dub. He says, listen, I call him Little Dub, right? And when he turns 7, he'll be 8 in May. When he turned 7, he said, Dad, I've been thinking. Since I'm 7 now, he says, first he said, I want to be what's blazing. I want that to be my name. I want to be T-Dub. I'm like, no, you can't be T-Dub. I'm T-Dub. He said, well, then I want to be Big Kid T-Dub. So he still goes by Lil Dub sometimes, but He likes Big Kid T-Dub a lot too. But all right, guys, this is your boy T-Dub's Blazing Sports. Thanks everyone for coming to the channel again. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't want to miss anyone to cash out. Sometimes I do miss it. Let me make sure, because I know my boy Jose Flores coming through shining like new diamonds. Let's get it. Let me make sure. Let's make sure. We gotta know. Do it for the love. All right, there we go, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Salute. Teed up. I'm out. Let's get it. Lola. Damn, what she ain't even come out. Show yourself, girl. There you go. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, go ahead. You know it. Well, hey, when Jose throw that 5, you better throw them hips. You better throw them hips. Look at him. She's like, that's for you. You like Cash App? That's what she's thinking. That's what Lola thinking. You like Cash App? You want to hit Cash App? Do you want to hit Cash App? Let's go. I'm out.